Moon, good evening. You're a fast little boy tonight. Literally just gave it like... Oh. Oh. Well. Very well. Alright. So happy someone made it, and then he just decides to leave it on the background. Well, fine with me, fine with me. Thank you. Thank you. I'll just start with Gen 1 in the meantime. On my own. No one's cry. Alright, so what do we got? We got Generation 1. Let's just start with Generation 1. What's the first game? Is that even on here? Can I find it? Pokemon Blue, Red and Yellow. Maybe... Hey, Seppa. Did you eat your dinner yet? Or are you going to go to dinner? I just finished. Well, that's good. I was waiting for you. Nah, I'm kidding. But it's good that you came. We were just about to get started with Generation 1. And I don't really have any memories on Generation 1, to be honest, because I haven't played this. So maybe make an extra tier with not played. How do you make an extra tier? This is going to be fun. I don't know how to make an extra tier. What the fuck's sake? Oh, add a row above. Yeah, sure. How do we call it? Haven't played. This goes for... I actually never played it. I literally never played it. This is fascinating. Haven't played. Put that down there. No. Down there. Was definitely not better than the remakes. Yeah. I can't really talk about things that I have never done before. Honestly. So let's just put them in haven't played. But if you say that they, I know there's a ton of glitches that the physical special split even isn't in here, and pretty much psychic types are overpowered as hell because the dark type wasn't invented yet and steel type wasn't invented either. But I can't really talk about that. Where's red? Where's blue? There's red. There's blue. No, shuts up. I know enough, but I can't really say about that I have played them. Okay, second generation. Shall I? I'll just go with them on generation games, which means that what am I looking for? I'm looking for gold, silver, and crystal. Second generation. Oh my god, people are going to hate me for this, but I don't like the second generation. I'm not fond of the second generation. It's just too much in line with the first generation. It's even with the first generation. You know, it's literally next to Kanto. And don't get me wrong, I like it as a generation, but they just take a look at the Pokemon. You know, shall we take a look? Because this is what we do a lot. Pokemon DB Pokedex list. Something whatever the fuck. There's a ton of Pokemon that are... Name 10 name 10 good Pokemon of the second generation, I dare you. But it's just baby evolutions. It's the forgettable Pokemon. We got Sadu. I mean, there's good Pokemon. I mean, Crowet's one of my favorites. Don't get me wrong, but honestly, it's another Pokemon that has an evolution from the first generation. Same goes for the fourth generation, which I'll get to in a bit. But Dunsparce, Gramble, which actually was made better in the 6th generation, but then we got Corsola, which also got things in the 8th generation, but we're talking about the 2nd generation right now. There's just not too much Pokemon in here, and the story is about Giovanni again, instead of a whole different story. I like the games, so don't get me wrong, I like, what am I looking for here? I like them. I like, why, but they're mad to me. It's especially Gym Leaders is really low. Yes, when you're talking about that, the linearity in Pokemon in these Pokemon games is not that much, especially after the third gym. The game just opens up. You can go to Morty, you can go to Jasmine, you can go to fuck, what's it called? Price immediately if you want to, but you can't fight him yet. But the level the level gaps is really weird here, because when you get to Claire, you immediately get like level 40 Pokemon or so. And honestly, me and Rika are doing Kanto right now in the Pokemon Revolution, and it's just, in terms of ice Pokemon, you know, the last gym is Dragon, and in terms of ice Pokemon, what do we got? We got Piloswine, which can be defeated by Kingdra in one hit. There's nothing that can defeat Kingdra. It's just an unbalanced region. The Pokemon are too much they're too much dependent on the first generation. We got things like I mean there's a ton that I like. I mean, Sudowoodo still has its own thing. Espeon, Umbreon, but honestly, most of them have ties to Generation 1 Pokemon. I can't unsee that. The thing is, it's just too much dependent on the first generation, whatever you think about it. Where's the other one? There's Silver, and then I guess I can put Crystal in there too. I mean, I guess it's kind of better with the small little changes of life changes it made, but oh, do I want to put it in a decent tier is the question though. Yeah, I'll put it in a decent tier for now. And maybe I'll shove it up a little bit later, but then we got Fire Red Leaf Green. No, we're going with Omega or Ruby and Sapphire first, honestly. I'm just all over the place right now. Third generation in terms of Pokemon, another 150 from the top of my head. A ton of memories. You know, your Blaziken, Swampert, Sceptile. This trio is actually really nice, but unfortunately Sceptile got shafted a little bit by only having the grass type. Blaziken got the fighting type, Swampert got the ground type, but Sceptile never got any extra typing. But then we got Pelipper, which gained a lot better things such as Drizzle over the past few years. Then we got Gardevoir, Sleeking. Fuck, Norman is a... Oh yeah, this is the first time you are having a dad. Then we got Aggron, Wailord, of course. It brought a ton of nice Pokemon. And not a lot of ties to other generations. So it tried to be new. When it comes to the gyms, memorable things, well, Norman can be a pain in the ass. What else do we got? From top of my head, I think Norman is the only one that's actually a proper challenge to me at least. So when it comes to Omega, here I go again. Ruby and Sapphire are actually decent. Emerald is one tier high because the Battle Frontier was introduced. We got Steven Stone. Was Steven Stone a secret boss in Emerald? Can't remember for the life of me anymore. But Juan took over, and then we got Wallace as the new champion. There's too much water Pokemon in the third generation. Only Emerald, thank you. I like the third generation. It's a decent generation. It's not too good, but it's not too bad. But I don't know why Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu are in here, because they're not mainstream. They're a type of spin-off. The other side, Emerald just made some things better, you know, and especially with the Rayquaza changes they made, it's better. And when it comes to Archie and Maxie, decent villains. I mean, I like the landmass or sea mass thingies that they have going for them, but that's all. That's really all. I mean, they come to their senses afterwards, after they've seen what they've done. You can even see that in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby even more. But they're decent games, and I think Emerald is a great game. Fourth generation. Oh, wait, I'm skipping Fire Red Leaf Green. Yeah, they are nice remakes. It's been a while since I've played them. I can't really remember too much of these anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, they did what they did it. It worked. I mean, it's a good remake. I don't really have anything to say. It's not bad. It's not good. In terms of that, it made the glitches that the first generation sometimes made the game unplayable. They fixed it, thankfully. What else do we got? Well, I don't have anything else to say about Fire Red and Leaf Green because they're pretty much the remakes of the first generation. So yeah, I like them. Don't know why they didn't make free games. You know, Water Blue. Oh no, wait, Water isn't blue. What does that sound like? A killing experience. Fourth generation. I might have a bias against this one. Because Diamond and Pearl, I will be saying a lot about Diamond and Pearl because I have had hundreds, even thousands of hours in this game, Platinum at least, because that's the definitive edition. Diamond and Pearl I'll go with Diamond and Pearl first. Diamond and Pearl are decent. They're quite slow. It's the first time that it had been under the DS, of course. What else do I have to say about Diamond and Pearl? The first time that we actually got a ton of legendaries and not a lot of the rest of the Pokemon. Also, another neat little detail: Diamond and Pearl actually never made all the Pokemon in the regional decks possible because things like Electivire and all the other evolutions, they were scattered behind the national decks. And that's basically what Platinum fixed, why is it this is my favorite game of all time. There's no question about it. Everything that Diamond and Pearl had going wrong for them, Platinum fixed. With the slow surfing, unfortunately still slow HP bars. That aside, I love Platinum. The fourth generation just gave so many new Pokemon. Especially all the Pokemon alive, and here's the thing: they also included some baby evolutions, but honestly, this generation is memorable enough on its own because it has such a good, diverse list. Unfortunately, a little bit too many legendaries. Because does Rodent count as a legendary? But this, aside from that, we got 3, 6. There's like 15 legendaries. It's just we got so much filler. We got the well-being, emotion. We got whatever the last one is. We got time, space. We got armor. We got slow start boy. We got Satan. We got dreams, filler. Then we have the nightmare boy. Then we have the I don't fucking know, environmental protection PETA thing. And God. But do we honestly need 15 for these? Is that what we're going with here? You can breed it. Oh, you can actually breed them. Didn't even realize that. But there's so much nice Pokemon in this. I mean, all these evolutions that they made for especially for the first and second generation Pokemon, really nice. I love Magnezone. Licky never used this guy actually, but Rhyperior, Tangrowth is actually an underrated Pokemon. Electivire, Magmortar, Togekiss. Oh my god, this one is amazing. But when it comes to the story of the fourth generation, Cyrus is one of the best villains in my honest opinion. Maybe this sounds like a bias, but this is completely my own tier list, so what do you know? I like Platinum. I like Cyrus. I like especially the things that Platinum added, such as Sharon, Luca, because Luca is a staple in the game, or in the anime, or no, in the... Do I want to say anime? I'm not sure. I haven't watched the anime in a while, but Luca is a great addition to Platinum, and it has been in the 6th generation, has been in the 7th generation, it has been in the 8th generation. I think that he's always somewhere, you know, even if it's just a photo. And he's a great addition to Pokemon as a whole. Just some Interpol. Hey, evening, Ruben. But I like the 4th generation. It's the best generation ever, mainly because of just this boy alone makes it perfect. Just this boy alone. Just this boy alone makes this perfect, you know? This is why the 4th generation is perfect. There's no question about it. There's no doubt about this. And anything else I have to say on the 4th generation? When it comes to storyline, Cyrus wants to destroy the entire galaxy and makes... Ruben, shut up. And wants to destroy the entire universe and make a new one with himself as God. Don't forget the Battle Frontier, of course. They actually made a good even better Battle Frontier than Emerald. I love this when I I've never actually gotten through the Battle Frontier, you know, but it's just there was so much put into these games when it came to post game. You could rematch gym leaders that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, the post game too. There's so much in terms of post game. You can go to the battle area, then you can get to the Battle Frontier, and then you can rematch gym leaders at the Battle Zone. Stark Mountain quest. We got your own villa that you get from that guy that just wanted to give you it for free, but everything is like millions and millions of dollars. What else do we got? We got the Ribbon Syndicate, which not many people actually know about how to get in. You need like 20 ribbons on one Pokemon to get in. When I was little, I actually thought that I had to catch a level 100 Magikarp to get into the Ribbon Syndicate, because I was barely able to, you know, to speak English. I still can't speak English for shit, apparently. So I never actually got a level 100 Magikarp, but there was this one guy sitting in the pool in the what was it called again, the resort area, and he always said like you can catch the hidden master of the lake or whatever he said, and I'm like, hidden master, and then I heard about that you can actually get a level 100 Magikarp there, so I was like, okay, let's do that. There's the tiniest of chance to get a level 100 Magikarp. But Platinum, favorite game of all time, and with the Diamond and Pearl remakes coming, I'm hoping that they do a Platinum episode, and I'm hoping that they get every single bit of Diamond and Pearl, what was right about it and what was wrong about it, that they get all of that right. I'm just waiting here to see the next one. Oh yeah, the next one is yeah. Let's talk about Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Heart Gold, Soul Silver are the remakes of Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and I like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I feel like the progression is slow. It hasn't fixed on what was going wrong in Gold and Silver, meaning the level gap, because it's all over the place. Of course, it has the 4th and the 3rd generation Pokemon somewhere scattered around it, but honestly, the game is too much dependent on the 1st generation for me to like it as much, because I'm looking at the generation itself. I'm not putting it in favorites, but I'm not going to put it in garbage either, okay? Yeah, the battle with Red, but that's just nostalgia pandering. I'm flying down to Holland and clapping you. I like it. I like the games, especially the Battle Frontier and everything. The region is has a variety of routes. I love it. But that aside, I can't watch past the fact that everything is leaning towards the 1st generation. I can clap him for you. That's why I said I think people are going to get mad at me for this, but it's too much dependent on the 1st generation for it to be called a 2nd generation. I think the 2nd generation can be called generation 1.5. And therefore, I will be putting these in great. I'm going to put them in great. I love the games, especially when everything starts confuse raying and hypnosing you and putting you asleep and whatever. They're great remakes, don't get me wrong, but I can't put them in favorites because I think it's way too fucking slow and things like that. Where's Soul Silver gone? There's Soul Silver. Then we go to the 5th generation. The 5th generation is actually quite underrated. There's 150 new over 150, I think, even. Let me see. The 5th generation is underrated as hell, and there's so much good Pokemon. When I bought Black and White, I was like, where are the rest of the Pokemons? You know, because I was like 13 years old when this came out, or 14, I don't know, I don't really remember anymore. But I was like, where are all these old Pokemons? And then I came to the realization that there were over 150 new Pokemons, and that they were all scattered in this route. So it felt to me like I had to relearn Pokemon all over again. It's the 1st generation that actually did this. Black and White has a ton of post-game. Has a ton of... unfortunately, the linearity, especially when you look at the region, because if you just take a look at Unova, at the map of Unova, you can clearly see it's... That's a small boy. Okay, fuck's sake, this is going hell annoying. Okay, that's not really working out, is it? No, it's not. It's linear. It's linear as hell. And if you just take a look at this, there's a big city, there's a desert, and then we got woods. I am meh. It's linear. I'll give them that, and I love the bridges. It's based on the USA, I believe it is, and I never remember that the USA was this linear, but these games are great, honestly. The post game, there's like 3 cities you can go to. Then you got Black City and White Forest or something. So what else can I say? Team Plasma, I think Jetsis is probably the best. I mean, Cyrus is one of my favorites, but Jetsis is the best antagonist you can have. Or protagonist, what was it again? What was the evil man, the antagonist of protagonist? I keep mixing them up. But he was the best bad guy there is. It sounds a little bit weird, but he actually wants to let everyone free their Pokemon so he can rule the world as the only one who has Pokemon. He's even willing to kill you. Antagonist, thank you, Dominic. He's even the only antagonist that's actually willing to kill you and not just step aside when his Pokemon are done for. Even in the 7th generation, in Ultra Sun and Moon, he's willing. He even slept Lily, but it's, it's gone. Think about it when it's summer. Cynthia just enjoys her vacation. Yes, Cynthia actually came back. I forgot to touch about Cynthia. The Platinum Elite Four goes hard, and when I talk about the Elite Four in Generation 4, Generation 5 Elite Four goes even harder. With that, I mean, what are they called again? You got Marshall. Fuck's sake. We got my favorite, the Gamble Boy. What do you call him again? Grimsley. You got Chantal, I guess her name was, and then we got the other guy, or the other girl. What's her name again? It starts with a K or something. Catherine or something like that. But that aside, the Elite Four here goes hard. And I like that. And Black and White 2 are sequels. We cannot call them remakes, they are sequels. They are going 2 year. They're going to. Fuck's sake, my English is a little bit rough right now. They take place 2 years after. Shut up, Seppa. They take place 2 years after Black and White. They're the literal sequels, which means. Does that mean they're in the same universe? Because honestly, whenever the Mega Evolution and everything starts running about, especially in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, then we got things like, we got parallel universes, which basically say like, hey, every single game is in a different region, or a different universe, and I'm like, what? But there's people that have been saying that, and these theories have been flying about. But Black and White 2. The issues that I have with Pokemon Black and White 2 actually fixed this. The linearity is still there, but it's not too noticeable anymore. They actually took the old Pokemon back, which was quite a little bit unfortunate, but hey, Black and White had that thing going for them. But it makes sense because you got a more diverse view of the Pokemon you can actually get. Honestly, when I'm going to... Black and White 2 are one of my favorite games. It's one of the hardest games to Nuzlocke too, by the way, and I really want to Nuzlocke this on stream one day. I think these are my second to best favorite games. And this is a weird take, or maybe the take of the stream entirely, but I like these games so much that they have become favorites over the years. Then we got to the 6th generation, and I think that this is where everything started to go downhill for the game or the franchise as a whole, because they started to put less and less post-game material in here. X and Y are the easiest games, even with hardcore Nuzlocke rules, you can still beat this game quite easily. And honestly, it's been like almost a decade since I've last played them, because I gave X to my sister, my little sister. And when I think about X and Y, what are we talking about in terms of Pokemon even? I can't even remember. There's a lot like Talonflame that I like, but about the starters, by the way, I got a little thing about the starters. Greninja was designed to be the best starter. Just take a look at Chestnut and Delphox. These two Pokemon started out great, and then Quilladin and Braixen came in, and then they both just got shafted. Am I right or am I right? Greninja is the only one that I actually really like. Because honestly, usually I go with the grass type starter, but Chestnut got shafted. When I see Chespin go into Chestnut, total shaft. Talonflame, of course, a nice one. Then you get the Bug type, and Aegislash, nice one. What else do we got? We got Dragalge, and even the Elite Four had 4 Pokemons in this generation. It also is the generation that has the lowest amount of new Pokemons added, which is really unfortunate. But there's a lot that I like in it, don't get me wrong, but in terms of when I take everything into consideration, X and Y is easy, it's linear, it's really fucking linear. It feels rushed, by the way, because there's certain areas that you can't access. Ruben, come on, 4 Pokemon for the Elite Four. They're called the Elite Four. In Japan, they're actually called the 4 Heavenly Kings. Doesn't that sound a little bit more mysterious and better? Yeah, weak rivals. I completely forgot about that subject, but rivals are supposed to be like some type of nemesis that you're supposed to have. You know, like the type of people you're supposed to resent, you're supposed to hate, you're supposed to want to be better than them. Silver from the 4th generation or 2nd generation, depending on if you're playing the remakes or not, is a great rival with his own great arc, because he actually sees that he has to love Pokemon in order for them to be stronger. How that works, I don't know, because it's usually just grinding a couple hours. But X and Y, ooh, they're just meh. I can't get over this. I wanted to put them in kind of garbage or use serving, but I just don't. They are the first game into the 3D era, and I don't feel like that they are supposed to be worth the garbage tier. Well, then we got Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Great remakes, really up to par with Omega Ruby and Ruby and Sapphire. Fuck's sake, I keep mixing the two up. What else do I have to say? Of course, Mega Evolution is done in the 6th gen, which is the I think that Mega Evolution is the only reason why X and Y are still in that meta tier. New Mega Evolutions that got added in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Fuck, what were those? We got Mega Diancie, you got Mega Gallade, you got of course the Mega fuck, what are they called again? Blaziken, Sceptile. I love Mega Sceptile. Finally got the Dragon type. When it comes to the rest of it, I like Zinnia. Zinnia's theme is one of the best things I've ever heard in Pokemon, but Pokemon soundtracks are always really good. But when it comes to ranking the remakes, I think I'm going to put them in great. I really think I'm going to put them in great. Yeah, you would put X and Y in decent, but honestly, I can't. They are meh because of everything else. They are only in the meh tier because I think that Mega Evolution was a great thing, which they shafted in Generation 8. Oh, don't even get me started about Generation 8. Let's go games indecent. They are spin-offs, so I am not ranking them, and I haven't even played them, so I'll just put them in there right now. They are different, and they look pretty nice, but they're just too different. I can't tell too much about it, honestly. Then we go into Generation 7. What do I have to say about Generation 7? Rank Pokemon Ranger. maybe I can put the rest of them afterwards. You know, maybe I'll put up another tier maker for every Pokemon game after this, and then I'll just rank the rest that I have played, of course. Mystery Dungeon games. Okay. If you guys want, do you guys want that? Do you guys want me to rank the other Pokemon games too after this? Either way, Generation 7. What do I have to say? They took a really sharp turn, which I liked, which I really enjoyed. Generation 7 brought a lot of unique Pokemon, a little bit too unique in my opinion, because you got things like they all have their own little ability. You got Minia, you got Komala, Turtonator, Togedemaru. They all have their little niche, and because they all wanted to be unique, they're kind of forgettable. It's kind of ironic, but you know, that's just how it works. And then the Ultra Beasts, many people don't like these. I think they are a decent addition. I mean, they're not the best. I mean, I can see why some people don't like them. They're overpowered as hell, especially if things like Kartana. But they're not that bad. And Melmetal, don't even get me started on Melmetal. I don't even know why that is a thing. Oh, it's called Delmise. This one I like. I really like this Pokemon, but I keep forgetting. And it also seems like Steelgrass for some reason. The starters, I really like them all, actually. Incineroar is kind of daddy material. Primarina looks great. Abominable, Crabrawler actually got the shaft in a Crabominable. When you take a look at that. But what did they do again? They put the trials and totem Pokemons. I like different for once. You know that they tried to make it a little overboard. But Sun and Moon had too many cutscenes. Don't even get me fucking started about the cutscenes, okay? 2 steps, cutscene. Oh, finally, cutscene is over. 2 steps, cutscene. And I think that's pretty much the only flaw I have, because I can't really say too much about the 7th generation. I don't like how and Gladion and the story itself is kind of meh-ish. It's meh. But I will put this in decent. I'm not going to give them the shaft or something. I'm just going to put them in decent. Then we got Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I recently did a Nuzlocke on this, and this is one of the hardest game, if not the hardest game to Nuzlocke, because the level gap is pretty much non-existent. You can grind all you want, but the opponents are getting to you. I really mean it. The opponents are literally getting to you. How am I supposed to say this? I like the addition of Rainbow Rocket. I'm going to my friends because it's his birthday. Well, wish him happy birthday for me, Dominic, and have fun tonight. There was a blow kiss, by the way. But no, not like that. Ultra Sun and Moon, they did right. I mean it. They did right with Ultra Sun and Moon, but unfortunately this feels like what Sun and Moon had to be from the beginning. You know, this feels like the ultimate 7th generation experience. Oh, this is fascinating. One goes away and the other one comes back. And welcome back, Moon. But Ultra Sun and Moon, I'll rank them in great. This is kind of I'm kind of torn on putting them either in decent or great, but they are great games, aside from the fact that there's so much fucking cutscenes everywhere. I can't go past that fact. The story is meh. Like I said, Rainbow Rocket, love the little story, but yeah, it's those stories are just good for once. That you can't keep coming back, but because it's not a you know, it's not new the second time. And then we go to the 8th generation. My resentment for these games, my disappointment in these games. The trailers looked so amazing. I was hyped for this new generation. I was like, new Pokemon finally. 7th generation had the problem that they pretty much put everything in there, you know, in the trailers. Like, there was nothing new when you got into the game. The only Pokemon that hasn't been revealed was like something like Delmise. and I don't even know for sure if that's the one that was revealed. I like. What do I like about the game? I don't know. It's linear. Okay, the story is absolute trash. I mean, if there's a story at all, and even every time you're thinking like, hey, there's a little bit of story. You know, we're going after the Dynamax Pokemon. Then the first thing that happens is I'm not liking the cuts. I'm not liking the national Dex cuts at all. Because they're still using the exact same models, and this is really where Game Freak started to be on the wrong side for me, because they did so much shit in these games. And honestly, I want to talk about generation for generation one day. You know, this is just ranking the games, but I want to talk about generation for generation, how I feel about them, the story, the games, the rivals, as a whole, instead of just skimming over them. But the 8th generation, I like the Pokemon. When you take a look at these Pokemon, unfortunately it's only the sprite, but you can see that there's some effort put into this, and I like this, especially things like new additions to all their evolutions. Like where the fuck is he? Obstagoon, where are you? You're not here, are you? Fuck, I can't find him. I'm blind. Oh, there he is. But I like things like that. But when it comes to the rest of it, fuck man, I can't. I just can't. I'm putting them in garbage. Compared to the 4th and 5th generation, this feels like the 4th and 5th generation right now feel like the pinnacle of Pokemon, and the 8th generation, ever since Generation 6, it started to go downhill. And with the National Dex cut, with the Mega Evolutions gone, which I hope will return in Diamond Pearl Remix, because we haven't seen Dynamax in there yet, thankfully, because Dynamax is fuck, I can't. But decide to cut as many corners as they can just to fit into the deadline. Yes, they are trying to get a game out every year, which is nobody's asking for that. And there's Game Freak apologists too, like, hey, they just have a year. They make billions each year, billions upon billions. It's actually the most crossing game or gaming franchise of all time. They already have gotten over $100 billion or euros. I don't even know anymore. Well, whatever I read, but 100 billion. And you tell me that Sword and Shield is best you can come up with? The regions just look so bland, especially the Weld area. I don't like the region. If you take a look at Galar, it's really fucking weird. Okay, this is just, it's ridiculous. It's really, why can't I open this? Just let me open this, for fuck's sake. Just look at this. There's ice down here, because there's where the DLC is from. But you're telling me that there's a desert here, and that there's a little desert here. This is the little desert alcove that ends in a fucking snowy area? How does that work? The climate, it's just all over the place in this. And then after the ice, it's just regular climate again. I like the English font they went with, but that's about it. I don't know too much about these games at all, because the replay value is none. It's second to none. Honestly, whenever I wanted to start a Nuzlocke on Sword and Shield, and after I got my starter, I was like, why am I doing this again? There's also a skip cutscene thing here. By Ruben. There's also a skip cutscene thing that you can do, which skips like 2 cutscenes. That's it. What do you need it for then? But this is my main game tier list. This is my mainstream game tier list. I haven't played first generation nor Let's Go Eevee / Pikachu, but 4th and 5th generation. I'm determined that will be the pinnacle, at least for now, because that's it. Generation 3 to Generation 3 decent. Generation 6, decent. And I put them in meh, but I feel like and Generation 8, it's just the worst of all. And Generation 1 and 2, meh. I don't really have too much to say about that, but this is my tier list. Now let's go towards the other games, cause see if I can find them. Put them to normal view. Pokemon games. A Pokemon main game. A legendary Pokemon team. No, I don't wanna. All Pokemon games. I think this is the one that I'm looking for then. Whew. Yes, I think this is it. Presentation mode. Let's do this. Holy shit. What am I doing with my life? Okay, let's make another row above. Already ranked. I already ranked this one. What is this even? Pokemon Academy. Never played that. Pokemon Battle Revolution. This is a nice game. It actually has much more intimate animations than most games. And I think that this one is worth to be somewhere around A. Yeah, I think this is a great game, honestly. I've always played it with my neighbor friend. Neighbor friend, let's just call it that. Pokemon Battle Tro... Don't know what that is. Already ranked. What the hell is that? Pokemon... I have never seen that before in my life. Then we got Blue and Red Rescue Team. Or is it only Blue Rescue Team? I like this game. It's the start to a new spin-off series, and the story goes like you're a human, you don't know what happened, and this is pretty much the story of most games. In the end, you fight who's the end boss again? Yeah, this is like the first 3 generations only. This is a really I really like the Mystery Dungeon spin-off games as a whole. They got such good stories. Unfortunately, much like the original, the big games, they fell off later. But what is the half of these? We got Colosseum. It's B tier. It's A tier actually. It's the same as Battle Revolution, pretty much. Then we got Pokemon Conquest. I have seen things about this, but I've never actually played them. Then we got Pokemon what the hell is all this? Detective Pikachu. No, I can't speak for the life of me. Pokemon Dream Radar. Dream World. This was from the 5th generation, I believe. I don't know, man. I don't know half of these games. Let's just skip to the ones that I do know. Darkness, Sky, and Time. I think that Darkness and Sky or Darkness and Time are really great games. When it comes to Sky, I think this is my favorite game of all time when it comes to non-spin-off. Sky has Sky, Darkness, and Time. It was a racing game with and only playable with your DS pad. What? Okay. Yeah, it's yeah. If that's the case, then I'm glad I never played it. But Time, Darkness, and Sky actually, even after the end, they have their own thing. They have their own little twist at the end, because you are fighting the Olga, but at the end of it, as it turns out, you're not fighting the Olga. Darkrai was behind it the whole time. I really recommend Darkness and Time, and especially Sky, because that's the actual game you should play. What else do we got here? We got Pokemon Go Away. What's this? This is Pokemon Ranger. I did this like 10 years ago when it first came out a little, and I liked them. And I like them all, just a little. You know, they're decent games. They got a nice story. You gotta remind yourself that a Ranger or the Pokemon franchise is actually, you know, they're actually supposed to target children for their targeted consumerism thingy. Yeah, I can't say too much for the Pokemon Ranger games as a whole. Pokeball. I love Pokepark. This is a great game. This is a great game. Pokepark, Pokeball, targeted audience. Yeah. You can't really make up too much stories, which I actually hope that they will do with Pokemon Arceus. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I hope that they actually do that one day. That they just put a nice story in for like people who are over 16-year-old and actually just don't start to do it E for everyone again. Pokemon Pinball. That is just so much in here that I have never played before in my life. Those are the mainstream games, most of them anyway. Pokemon Channel. My Pokemon Ranch. This is a decent game. It's like you can take care of your Pokemon in that game. This one actually has a great story. You gotta remind yourself that this has been over a decade in some cases, because these games came out like 2006, 2010 somewhere. I think it's decent for a spin-off, especially on the Wii. Nice little story. You get an Espeon and Umbreon, or well, maybe that's the other one. You're supposed to purify Pokemon in this one. If you want to do that, if you want to do them all, you're actually having a lot of time in there. Then we got... Is this Gates to Infinity? Does it say Gates to Infinity? Oh, it's Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, okay. Decent. It's actually already turning to meh. But this one is decent, because I think that the further you go with the Pokemon thingies, with the Pokemon... What are I gonna call it again? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. The further you go with them, the worse they become. That's why they should have stopped at Sky. We got Pokepark. Fuck this. I have a ton of memories on this. It's meh. It's a decent game. I like it. What the hell's that? I don't know half of these games, honestly. Pokemon Rumble Blast. Here we got another one, Shadows of Elmia. I like this one. I've played this one somewhat more than the other Pokemon Ranger games, and I think it's a decent game. I like that you actually had to use the stylus, to capture the Pokemon instead of just throwing a Pokeball, because they didn't have Pokeballs or something, or they didn't want to use them, and you're supposed to use them. Pokemon Ranger A. I like them. I like them, but to be honest, I can't really put a nice finger on it in order to put them where I like, because it's been over 10 years by now for some of them, and I haven't ended them all. So you gotta do what I have. This is not a Ranger game. This is the first one. I don't know. They're all just decent. Fuck. What else do we got? Pokemon Quest. I don't know half of these games. As a kid, I was shocked by the dark setting, but never was able to play it past 25%. 2 years ago, I have downloaded it from the eShop and completed it. Magnificent. I'm glad that there's so much Pokemon fans in the chat. All 2 of them. Does anybody else see a Pokemon game that they actually that I haven't ranked yet? That people actually know? Pokemon Rumble, Pokemon Pinball. Why to Pokemon Go? Is that a trash can? Is there a trash can somewhere? Oh, of course there isn't. Pokemon Stadium. Fuck. I know these from some Pokemon Snap. Some of these games I actually gotta play. I really wanna play them. Maybe I will one day. One day, Pokédex 3D. Why is this a game? Pokédex 3D Pro. Pokemon Pinball. I don't know why people are such in love with some Pokemon games. I think that's it. I think that these are all the games that I like for the rest of it, and that I know. Most of them are decent. Sky is god tier pretty much. It's one of my favorite spin-offs. I think it's my favorite spin-off of all time, because like I said, the storyline is just magnificent. It actually never... It always makes me cry. It never does not make me cry. The Ranger Guardians, I don't know. Maybe it's already in between here somewhere. I mean, we got this one, we got this... No, that's Mystery Dungeon. All 3 of them are here. I don't know if there's one more. But you gotta do with the little box arts that I I can't really see them. But I like Poke Park, I like the Mystery Dungeon. Unfortunately, after Sky, they went downhill with that too, with things like Bitter Cold and Dark Matter, instead of just making Pokemon. Oh, that I need to replay them, okay? In order for me to be able to rank them properly, I need to replay them. That's with most of these games, because I stick to pretty much the main spin-offs. Not. Hey. It's not really an opinion. This is facts. You know, facts. Facts don't care about your feelings. But I think that's it. That's all. That's all. I don't know any more of these games. None other than I have ranked anyway. Yeah, I disagree. I disagree with everything. What else do we have? I don't know. But yeah, that's it, peeps. I would like to thank you for coming tonight, and I will do much more of these tier lists. By the way, I have tons of things coming for when I want to take time for this. I like this. I hope you all enjoyed it too, and maybe next time we will be drawing Star Wars on paint. We don't have enough animations for that. We can't afford enough developers to make proper animations. Grossing $100 billion. Thank you, people. And I hope to see you all again for the next one.